The Minnesota Vikings might be one of the most underrated teams heading into the year, and had a very interesting, very good offseason, especially heavily targeting their pass rush group through free agency and the draft. So today, we are going to see if we can help this Vikings team reach its potential now that JJ McCarthy is hopefully going to be their quarterback of the future, and hopefully a really good one at that. But I'm really excited to get into this rebuild. This should be a ton of fun, and I'll explain why this team is so underrated in my opinion. But super quick, the reason we are doing this video is because we easily hit the like goal within the first day on the last video of 400. That was to test the waters to see if y'all really wanted to see a rebuild of every team in the NFL, and apparently y'all do. So let's see if we can get to 800 likes on this video. That's definitely a big goal, but it'll really let me know y'all want to see another one of these. And I think we very easily could do it. So be sure to leave a like if you enjoy this video, because if we hit that goal, I'll do another one of these. And speaking of that, the other reason we are doing this is because this was the most voted team on the last video, going through the NFC North. So for episode 3, let me know down in the comments, should I do the Bears next or the Lions? Both had interesting off seasons, so let me know which one you would want to see. And whichever one has the most votes, I will do. And this one was really close, so every vote does matter. And last thing, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I want to see if we can get to 10K by the end of May on this channel. I mean, we gained almost 1,000 subscribers overnight, so maybe I should set that goal higher, but be sure to subscribe if you like rebuilds, because that's literally all I'm going to be doing. And subscribe to the main channel. Getting close to 60K over there. But long intro over, and let me for a quick second explain why I think this is going to be the best team in the NFL. No, the most underrated team in the NFL, but I do think there is one thing that could hold this team back. So for starters, I really like what they did with their pass rush group. I mean, I'm the biggest pass rush enjoyer in the world, maybe. I mean, you look at literally every good team in the league, and they have a good pass rush. And I really like what this team did, adding Andrew Van Ginkel, who's a very underrated player, Jonathan Grenard, Dallas Turner in the draft, which was a steal. I really like what they did there. So that's one important box checked. And I think if you're gonna have a rookie QB, you need to surround them with some good weapons. And you know, this team just has Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison. No big deal. Just an okay receiving core. Also Aaron Jones, I even like Ty Chandler. And even if Sam Darnold does play, I think he'll do pretty well, at least for this first year, half a year, however long he'll play. I love the tackle duo of Brian O'Neill, Christian Darrisaw, and I don't love many of the corners in this group, but you have so many that I think a few are gonna hit. I do like Byron Murphy at least, but I do think the thing that could hold this team back is injuries, especially on the O-line and the receiving core, because I mean, you know, if one of these tackles get hurt, the O-line is gonna look like this. You're gonna really hope that multiple don't get hurt, and I don't love their interior, so that could be an issue. And same with the receiving core. I mean, you know, it's an amazing top 2, but if one of them get hurt, you know, Brandon Powell and N'Keal Harry, I don't know about that. So I could look stupid for saying this is an underrated team. I could look like a genius. You never know. But anyways, all that to just say, I think this is my sleeper team. Every year I have a sleeper team heading into the year. Last year, I think I called the Texans, so that was pretty good. I think I also called the Giants, so that wasn't great, but that team just got derailed by injuries, to be fair. So I think this team will do well in real life, but we'll have to see how it does in simulation, and we are going to see how good we can make this team. So let's get into the rebuild. I'm going to start JJ McCarthy right off the bat. I think this is a good enough situation. I don't know who they're going to start day 1, so we'll just go with JJ McCarthy, and we will see how we do. Ooh, and this is a decent way to start the rebuild. Justin Jefferson is going to be mentoring Jordan Addison, who isn't a rookie anymore. It was called a mentor rookie. I mean, he's still technically listed as a rookie here, because you can't really change that for some reason, but we'll take the dev trait. We'll take superstar dev. But at the midseason point, we are 3-4. That's kind of boring. I mean, I was hoping we would either be awful and get a good pick or be really good. We're just whatever. At least we're not like the Packers and 0-6, but we're not doing great. We're getting yards on offense, but we're 28th in points per game. We will hope this is just growing pains. We only have 5 sacks through 7 games. It's gonna be one of those rebuilds. rebuilds, isn't it? Oh boy. All right, well, Dallas Turner has 1 sack so far. Van Ginkel only has 2, and Jonathan Grenard has 0. And they're all playing about an equal amount, so we will just hope that our defense can fix itself. We'll just hope it randomly becomes good. Rough start, but hopefully we can bounce back or at least do better next year. Oh yeah, and let me see what the Vikings' actual contracts are going to be this year. Okay, so I think these are the deals, and it's worse than I expected. Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, Byron Murphy, Cam Bynum, Harrison Phillips. You know, just almost all of this team's good players. No big deal. We will re-sign Justin Jefferson. Big shocker there. If he wants to. He's not interested at all. But we'll go 6 years, 217 mil, and he does take it. I do want Aaron Jones back. I'm not sure if they're going to re-sign him, but he does well in this game, so we'll take him back. He doesn't take it. That's awesome. Byron Murphy, I mean, we could upgrade, but he could be a good number 2 corner. I don't love him as a number 1, but he's fine. He's decent. He does resign. Cam Bynum I want back, but he isn't interested. Harrison Phillips will go 3 years, 25. He doesn't take it. So we got at least the most important player back in Justin Jefferson. There are a few other players down here, but it's mostly just depth or like low-end starters. We'll have to pick up the 5th year for Christian Darrisaw, but that's all there is for us to do here, so let's get to the end of the year, and we will see how we finish. I think I may or may not have set strong draft classes too late, so this might be a weak one, but at least it's weak for every team, so it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, well, we finished the year only 7-10. I scrolled away as I was saying that somehow. But yeah, we finished 7-10, not great. It looks like our team as a whole was just horrible. It looks like we were lucky to go 7-10. We were 27th in points per game and 28th in points allowed, so not great. Oh God. Okay, JJ McCarthy had a rough start. 3,700 yards, that's cool, that's fine. 24 touchdowns, that's good for a rookie, right? 27 picks. Rough. He didn't even get sacked that much either, 31 times. I mean, that's not great, but it's not bad. Like, not even twice per game. Can't really use that as an excuse. Aaron Jones did well, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Almost 1,200 for Jefferson, 8 touchdowns. 1,000 yards for Jordan Addison, we'll take it. The blocking was pretty good, other than Ed Ingram. Also signed Jamarco Jones just because we didn't really have any depth on the O-line. He played and he did fine. But Ivan Pace, 117 tackles, 111 for Cashman. TFL's 14 for Phillips, 13 for Pace. And sacks, God. Like I said, this is probably going to be a really good pass rush in real life, but Madden apparently doesn't agree. Only 7 sacks for Andrew Van Ginkel, which that isn't bad. I mean, he had more in real life, but I'm pretty sure, but that's better than a lot of good pass rushers get in Madden. Dallas Turner with only 4 sacks, and unfortunately, 0 for Jonathan Grenard. That's tough. And I mean, he played, he rotated with Dallas Turner, but he played, so maybe it was good we didn't play him that much. He's just not good in this game most of the time. But picks, 6 for Byron Murphy. Good thing we got him back. 5 for Harrison Smith, even though he's like 35 in real life. 34 here, so yeah, 35 in real life. And then 1 pick for 4 other players. So good amount of picks, but not sacks. But MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Caleb Williams at 3 as a rookie. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Cooper Kupp. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year obviously goes to Caleb Williams. And Edgerrin Cooper wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Ivan Pace up there, but he shouldn't be. Again, you just can't change players away from, or you can't change players' years of experience for some reason. So definitely a rougher start than I expected. Not really in terms of record. 7-10 is about what I thought, but we just had a severe lack of good things with this team. So this might be a challenging rebuild, which is probably a good thing. It's more fun to start with a rough team. So let's get into the offseason. Probably not going to do much in free agency, but we'll see what we can do in the draft. But in the Super Bowl, we have a rematch of real life. The 49ers win this one 42-28, destroy the Chiefs here. A 2-score game. Place your bets. How long until we see a Chiefs-Cowboys Super Bowl? I'm going to guess year 3, but we'll see. Maybe next year. Maybe as soon as next year. My guess is year 3, though. But for the rest of our re-signings, we'll obviously pick up the 5th year for Christian Darrisaw. I'm sure they already have. And I want Aaron Jones back. We'll offer, I guess, player friendly. I think that's what we did last time, and he just didn't take it. But we'll see if he takes it now. 4 years, 56 mil, and he doesn't take it. How much is a tag? Oh, okay, yeah, I think we're gonna do that. That's cheaper. We'll offer Cam Bynum this. I don't necessarily want to give him a 5-year deal, but I don't think he'll take anything less. It's not too expensive, though. He does take it. Harrison Phillips is 28. How'd he do this year? A lot of TFLs. We'll just offer him player friendly again, 2 years, 22. I upped it a little bit and he does take it. We probably could have upgraded in terms of overall, but he did well. And then everyone else is just depth for the most part. We will tag Aaron Jones for 9 mil. And I'll check if there's anything for us to do in free agency, but usually year one is pretty weak in free agency. So we'll probably just get straight to the draft. All right, well, super exciting move in free agency. We're gonna go for Tristan Colon. I think that's literally all we're gonna do. I was thinking about going for a D lineman too, but there isn't really anyone I want too bad. I mean, there's Chris Jones, but he shouldn't be here. So we'll just go for Tristan Colon. We'll see if he signs. If he doesn't, who cares? And he does, cool. But let's get to the draft. But in the draft, the Bears have the number 1 pick again, and we pick at number 9. Unfortunately for us, for our positions of need, this isn't a very good draft class. These are all the receivers that were available. Nobody's been taken yet. There isn't a very good looking one. Actually, Joe Balote? What kind of last name is that? He actually looks pretty good. We might take him. There are some pretty good looking centers. I might trade this back a little bit. No, I definitely will, because how much will we even use our third receiver? So yeah, we'll trade this back to maybe like 14, maybe 13. All right, we are going to be trading back to 14. We're going to trade up our 6th round pick for a 2nd round pick. Sounds good. I don't know what we're going to do with that 2nd round pick, but we'll find something to do. We probably could trade back more because Balote's only a 1st to 2nd round talent, but he is the first receiver on the board. If someone's going to take a receiver, they're probably going to take him, so we'll just pick him here. Looks really good across the board. Not the best catch in traffic or release, but that's like his only flaw. He's also just not the fastest, but he has great strength, change of direction, acceleration, good agility, good jumping. We'll take him. He does have hidden dev. I honestly thought for sure he would have normal. He would just be a good overall, but we'll take the hidden dev. Damn, the centers went quick. Good lord. Jeremy Minor, he looks all right. Holy shit. 46 bench reps. Can't wait for him to have 91 strength or something. I don't know if he's like great, Ben Armstead, but that strength could definitely carry his overall. We'll think about him. Ooh, I really don't see that many good corners. I wonder if it would be better to just take a defensive end because, you know, we would end up moving someone to defensive end anyways. And, you know, 357 might be a little bit big for an end instead of a nose tackle. I guess we'd be moving Harrison Phillips to end in that case. Yeah, we'll still go with Ben Armstead because he looks good. Let's take him with our second round pick. Let's go with Jeremy Minor. I don't think he's great, but he looks fine. Might as well add another guard, so we'll take him. Also has hidden dev, we'll take it. Probably only like a 73 overall, but again, I'm stupid and I forgot to set the draft classes in time, so a 73 probably isn't even bad, if that's what he is. And now last pick I'm gonna show. Let's of course go with Ben Armstead. I have no idea what his overall is gonna be. A lot of the really big players have hidden, at least when I take them, but for defensive tackles at least, but we'll see. He does have hidden 97 strength. Sounds good. But here's how we did in the draft. Joe Balote is really good. No idea how to say his last name, but God, I hate those stylus sleeves. I want to change it, but I won't. He's a really good player though, 78 overall, really well-rounded. Only 21 with hidden dev, so we'll see how he develops. I don't know if he'll develop too well because I don't know how much we're going to use him, but we'll see. And then Jeremy Minor, he's even 1 overall lower than I expected. And I was being pessimistic with a 73 overall guess. But he'll start, he'll probably develop pretty well. And then Ben Armstead is a 75. I'm guessing he would be like a 70 at defensive end, maybe a 72, a 71. So yeah, don't think we're gonna do that. And then I also took Miles Hanna. He sucks. He's really bad. He had B power moves and it's a 70. I hate this game. But anyways, here's a look at the team heading into year 2. We're looking interesting. I was really hoping JJ McCarthy would do better last year, but we'll see how he does this year. I mean, it was an insane group of weapons already, and somehow it's even better with Joe Balote as his wide receiver 3. Also, even a slightly better offensive line with Minor. Don't let Dream near him. But he's a really good pass blocker, or well, he's well balanced, I'll say that. And I'm glad he has the hidden dev. And then the defense is pretty good. You know, we have a lot of corners. It's just we don't really have any phenomenal corners still. I kind of want to start Kyrie Jackson. I'm not like a massive Kyrie Jackson fan, but he is pretty good. I don't know. But Byron Murphy did get superstar dev, which is cool. And Harrison Smith got X Factor. But we'll just have to see how this defense does. It's only a 77 overall, so I can't wait wait for it to outperform our offense. That's going to be great. But let's get to the midseason point, and we will see how this team's doing. I am not confident that we'll do well, but we're still in the rebuilding process. Okay, well, we're 2-5 at the midseason. We do actually have a good offense, surprisingly, and our defense does suck, so that's realistic. I still think I'm going to change our defensive playbook, though, because, I mean, why not? We'll try the Rams defense. That one usually works pretty well for me most of the time. If not, it would be hard for it to be any worse. Holy shit. JJ McCarthy, 300 passing yards, 90% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns against the Colts. Good lord. But let's see if we have anyone to re-sign this year. Still Aaron Jones. We'll go player friendly again. We'll see if he takes it. 4 years, 51 mil. That's definitely a long deal for a 29-year-old running back, but whatever. And then everyone else, we're probably fine. It's mostly just backups. I guess we'll re-sign Ryan Wright. Sure. Never mind. Whatever. But let's again get to the end of the year and we will see how we finish. All right, well, it looks like the new defensive playbook maybe worked. We still finished with a bad defense, but we had a good pass D, I guess. And we finished 9-8, just barely missing the playoffs. I mean, the Bears made it at 9-8, 1 spot above us. Unfortunate. But hey, at least we're seeing that we can hopefully do pretty well. Okay, JJ McCarthy was a little different this year. I didn't change any of his traits or anything. Just went from horrible to amazing in one season for some reason. Pulled the Josh Allen career trajectory. 1 yard less than 4,700 yards, 41 touchdowns. The picks are still a little high, but whatever. 75% completion percentage. He was ridiculous. 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns for Aaron Jones. 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns for Jefferson. 1,300 yards for Bailout as a rookie. 16 touchdowns. And even 1,000 for Jordan Addison, 10 touchdowns. Is the Vikings offense cracked? Do I need to use their playbook more? The blocking was okay. Of course, our highest overall lineman performed the worst. 10 sacks from Darisaw. And then 106 tackles for Cashman and Pace. TFLs, 14 for Armstead as a rookie, 10 for Phillips, and sacks, 9 for Dallas Turner, 7.5 for Van Ginkel, 7 for Armstead. God. Okay, Jonathan Grenard hardly played this year, but still, 0.0 sacks in over 300 snaps. I mean, he's definitely going to play a lot more in real life. It's just he's playing horribly here, so we don't have a reason to play him. And then picks, nobody with more than one, but one for Andrew Van Ginkel, Blake Cashman, Andrew Booth, Harrison Smith, Ivan Pace, Byron Murphy, and Mekhi Blackman. 7 total picks. Cool. But MVP goes to Lamar Jackson. JJ McCarthy all the way down at 8 with 4,700 yards and 41 touchdown passes. He would have blown everyone out of the water for MVP in real life this year. I mean, I know every quarterback just got hurt, but still. Offensive player of the year goes to Christian McCaffrey. Bailout at number 4. Defensive player of the year goes to Micah Parsons. Big shocker. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Joe Bailout. Again, big shocker. Seantrell Alexander. Sean Alexander's back. You love to see it. And defensive rookie of the year goes to Ben Armstead. I thought we were going to get double cucked, honestly, and get number 2 for both, but we do win both. That's huge. There were a lot of Cardinals up here. Every year, there are about 15 Cardinals players for defensive rookie of the year. I don't know why, but of course, no playoffs, but this is the best I've ever felt about a non-playoff team. So let's get into the offseason. Actually, let's check out, no, I'll wait until the end of the year to check dev traits, because they'll change anyways. So let's get into the offseason, and is this the year we see the Chiefs-Cowboys Super Bowl? Maybe. No, Chiefs-Eagles, a division rival of the Cowboys. The Eagles win 24-21, another Super Bowl rematch. Okay, we don't actually have many dev-ups on offense somehow. JJ McCarthy didn't get superstar dev? It's not letting me click on him. Love when it does that. I don't know how he didn't get a dev trait, but whatever. Bailout, I'm assuming, got the superstar dev. I would hope. He did, okay. He also won best receiver. I feel like he maybe should have deserved X Factor, but okay. We'll take the superstar at bare minimum. And does get 3 upgrade points, so that's cool. But on defense, no dev ups. Armstead already had superstar. I saw it the midseason, so didn't gain anything for defensive rookie of the year. Well, he did gain XP, but no dev trait. He's up to 99 strength. Good lord. Absolutely no pass rush, but whatever. But let's get into the offseason, and this is where we could spend a decent amount of money. We'll see. Okay, it's a good free agent class, but nobody's interested. I don't think I've ever seen this little interest in free agency. There were like 3 players that had even like higher than 0 interest. All right, well, this might be tough. We'll see what we can do. But this is what we're going to be trying to do in free agency, at least. We're going to go for Joel Bitonio. I kind of doubt we can get him, but we might as well try. we're once again mostly going to be looking to go harder in free agency next year because hopefully players will be interested. It's just a little hard here. But Joel Bitonio, Kenny Moore, and Milton Williams, we'll see if we can get these three. Oh, God. We don't get either of the three. This is a hard rebuild. This is harder than I expected. I feel like it's more unlucky than hard, but it's still hard. All right, we're going to change those two out for Michael Carter and Jerry Tillery. Super exciting free agent class, and I don't even think we'll get Michael Carter. I think it's just going to be Jerry Tillery. Or neither of them sign. Fuck me, I guess. This is awesome. We get Jerry Tillery. Well, all these teams are spending all their money, so there should be less competition. Teams do not know how to manage their cap space, so they overpay the hell out of older players early on and end up being broke, so I guess this will be a long-term rebuild. We won't be good yet, but hopefully by year 4, we'll see. Ooh, the Dolphins signed Odell. Let me know down in the comments if you would want to see an Odell rebuild on the main channel, because I might do that. We'll see. I feel like when I did an Odell rebuild when he got signed by the Ravens, it did horribly. Nobody wanted to watch it, so I don't know, but we'll see. I might do that. But here in the draft, we pick all the way back at number 18. What do we want to do here? I definitely think I'm going to go with Michael Bush, round 2. He looks really good. Daniel Gleason also looks really good. This is a crazy center class, it looks like. But what do I want to do? There's some really good corners. We do still need one. We weren't able to sign one. And the guys we have haven't really developed. Ooh, Antonio McLean. Elite speed, elite change direction, elite acceleration, A-zone. What's Sergio Norman's speed? Ooh, he actually might be better. He's a scheme fit. He is already 23 though. This is tough. McLean's only 22. Jeremiah Hoover looks pretty good. He's just a little slow, but he has good speed. I wouldn't call a 4.53 good though, but whatever. I don't know. This is tough. I'm gonna go with Antonio McLean. We're gonna hope his speed is really good, so we'll take him. Hidden dev, 96 speed, 94 excel, 95 change of direction. Sounds good. And let's go with the center. Oh, I thought he was gone. Michael Bush, great strength, great speed, really good ratings. Probably like a 7. I don't even want to guess, because anytime I guess, it's 1 overall lower than I'm guessing. You know what? We'll say he's an 84, so that'll make him an 83. He's realistically probably like a 76, but we'll take it. I mean, if he's mid-first, he's probably a 77. We'll see. And here, let's go with... Let's see if there's another good defensive tackle. Looks like it. Oh my God. I don't want another nose tackle. Will Cartwright's probably good. I don't want him. Ooh, okay. At least with Markel Winston, he has A power moves. He is 379 pounds, but at least he has a little pass rush. So I think I will take another nose tackle. Javon Cook also looks solid, but Winston looks really good. Also a 5'27" at 379 pounds. That's not too bad. So we'll take him. Normal dev, you hate to see it, but I think he's pretty good. But here's how we did in the draft. Antonio McLean is an 81. He actually does have good man coverage. 78, 82 zone, 96 speed, 94 excel, looks really good. So that was a steal. That was a very good pick. Michael Bush is a 77, so that was a pretty good guess. Just not the best power, but if he did have good power, he would probably be like an 80-ish. Just no power, despite having 90 strength, 84 impact blocks, so I don't know how that works, whatever. And then Markel Winston is really disappointing. What a weird player. Why not just, I don't know. I don't really know how he's worse than the defensive tackle we took last year when Winston's so much better as a pass rusher, but it is what it is. And then the CPU did pretty well. Jacoby Drayton, he's decent, only normal dev, but whatever. Decent running back, decent receiver, we'll take it. Ooh, Grover Stewart's available in free agency. I'll do that. Why not? But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. We're looking good. I'm still unsure about our defense, but we have an 88 overall offense. Not many changes this year, but we'll see how Bush does at center. I really wish JJ McCarthy got superstar dev. He absolutely deserved it, but we'll see if he can get it this year, maybe, somehow. This receiving core is insane, so hopefully we can do really well on offense again, and then the defense is better, at least. Now an 81 overall when it was only a 77 last year, so we'll take it. We're definitely going to need to sign or draft a safety this offseason, because Harrison Smith. I'm surprised he hasn't retired yet, but he's down to an 81 overall. He'll probably be down to like a 78 or something, or just retire. Oh yeah, and we'll have to see how McLean does as a rookie. It is pretty hard for corners to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, so I doubt that'll happen, but hopefully he does well, and hopefully he has a good dev trade at least. I don't think he does. It's probably just star because he hasn't developed it all yet, but we'll see. Too much speculation going on. Let's get to the midseason point of year 3, and we will see how we do. But here at the midseason point, we are 6-1. Still a bad defense, but just a very, very good offense. This year we have a horrible pass D, even though it was good last year. Maybe it was just good because we had the Vikings playbook for the first half of the year, and then when we switched, it got worse. I don't know. I just hit my desk with my controller twice. That's awesome. That probably sounded great. But yeah, we are doing very well so far. We'll probably fall off in the second half of the year, but hopefully we can at least make the playoffs. Hopefully it isn't a catastrophic choke. But let's see. We have 27 players to re-sign. That's probably why we're doing well. Everyone's playing in a contract year. But we will definitely re-sign Christian Darrisaw. We'll go... He's probably going to want very player-friendly. 5 years, 176 mil. He takes it. Ivan Pace, another long deal. 7 years, 104 mil. He takes it. Blake Cashman isn't interested, and he's 29. We can maybe upgrade there. He's doing well, but like, he just isn't interested. Jonathan Grenard, I am good. I don't know if his contract should be up yet, but I'm glad it is. Get him out of here. Andrew Van Ginkel has been really good. We'll go 4 years, 35 mil, or he's been pretty good at least, but that's cheap. He takes it. And then I think for everybody else, we'll just wait until the end of the year, but this is a lot of players. We are going to have to entirely refill out our depth, but that's fine. Who cares? So let's hope we can keep this up. Let's get to the end of the year and we will see how we finish. But here we are at the end of year 3, and super quick before I reveal how we did in year 3. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe. Again, gonna be doing a lot of fun stuff here, and like I said, if we can get to 800 likes, I will do another one of these. You know, it's just an experiment so far to see if y'all want to see this whole series, because it's gonna be a long one. So 800 likes and I will do either the Bears or the Lions. So let me know which one of those two you would want to see down in the comments, because every comment counts as a vote. But here's how the team is looking at the end of year 3. McLean does have X Factor, which, you know, thinking he had star was definitely not a great prediction, but I'm glad I was wrong. We'll take it. Didn't really develop a whole lot. He kind of developed like he had star dev, but I can't complain too much. He has X Factor. Also, Bush has superstar. Those were a great first 2 picks. But anyways, in year number 3, we finished 12-5 and we made the playoffs. Did our defense get any better? It did get a little better. Our offense stayed really good. I'm still iffy on our defensive playbook, but to be fair, we only have an 83 overall defense, so I don't know. But JJ McCarthy was really good again this year. Not as good as last year, but 4,600 yards, 33 touchdowns. Still a lot of picks, but good completion percentage. Just, you know, wish he could get those interception numbers down. Aaron Jones has fallen off a little bit, but still 1,000 yards and 14 touchdowns, just only 4.1 per carry, which that's still fine. 1,400 yards for Justin Jefferson, though, 12 touchdowns. 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns for Baylor, almost 1,000 yards for Addison. The blocking was really good. Decent amount of tackles. 14 TFLs for Turner, 11 for Armstead and Stewart. And sacks? 11.5 for Van Ginkel, but only 5 for Dallas Turner this year. That sucks. 4.5 for Stewart, 4 for Armstead. Jonathan Grenard has had 0 sacks through 3 seasons. Good lord. Didn't he have like 13 in real life? I mean, I know he isn't playing a lot here, but he kind of did the first year, and he is playing still, so this game. He had 12.5 sacks this year in real life, but has had 0 through 3 years. That's awesome. And then Ivan Pace led the team with 3 picks, 2 for Cashman, Murphy, and Bynum, and 1 for Harrison Smith. We'll take it. But MVP goes... Holy shit. It goes to Mac Jones on the Raiders. Look, I feel like Mac Jones was done really dirty in New England. I feel like, you know, he started off really good, obviously, for his first, like, year or two, but that offense was so bad. I don't know if anyone could have survived. He's definitely having a little bit of a career resurgence here, winning MVP. That's something. Offensive Player of the Year for the NFC goes to Saquon Barkley. Baylor at number 8, Jefferson at 9. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Chris Jones on the Eagles, so they sweep Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rodney Wise for the Cowboys. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Sheldon. I hate that last name. Carruthers, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't don't know a single person in real life with that last name, but there are like 4 of them in every draft class. Antonio McClain at number 10. And we are going to be taking on the 10-7 Washington Commanders in the wild card here. We have a first of many scenario. We will go play it cool. Y'all know me. But let's simulate this game against the Commanders and let's see if we can get our first playoff win of the rebuild. And we do, 35-24. We beat the Commanders by double digits. That's huge. And now our playoffs are going to be coming to an end. Well, no, I feel like I have pretty good success against the 49ers in the playoffs, but they are a 90 overall. But we have a recap for the first of many. Give us those sweet, juicy staff points, please and thank you. And we have a hot opponent scenario for the 49ers here. They must have started off rough if they only went 11-6 and have a hot opponent, but we'll go be confident. Again, y'all know me. Unless you're new here, then be sure to subscribe. But we have some upgrades. Anything important? I thought there were just none, but it just took them a second to load. And yes, they are pretty important. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Jeremy Minor. It is lagging. I don't know what's happening. Nothing I was pressing was registering. That was fun. But let's simulate this game against the 49ers, and let's see if we can move on to the conference championship. And we do. We beat the 49ers also by double digits, 38-28. And we are going to be taking on our division rival, the Green Bay Packers, in the conference championship, which if you want something to watch after this, just rebuilt them, so feel free to go and watch that. That was episode 1 of this series. But we have a recap for the hot opponent. We're getting a lot of scenarios here. Everything's taking 40 years to load, but we get plus 10 for a lot of stats, 2,500 XP, that's huge. We have a playoff rivals scenario for the Packers here. I always go chess match. I don't know which one's better to do. Probably doesn't really matter. It gives it to both teams. And we have some upgrades. Should be a decent amount with all the XP we got. Yeah. Bailout, Turner, Armstead, McClain, Bush. Sounds good. But let's simulate this game against the Packers. They are not a team I have good success against in the playoffs in simulation, so we'll see what happens. But we do beat them 17-14. We get plus 5 hit power for the next game. We must have gotten swept by them. We got 3rd time's a charm. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I also didn't pick hit power. I picked play rec, but that's fine. Plus 5 staff points, cool. But we are going to be taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in the Super Bowl. This has given me some PTSD. I feel like, God, what rebuild was it? It might have been a Vikings rebuild where we faced the Jags twice and lost to them twice in the Super Bowl. It might have been a Raiders rebuild, actually. I feel like it could have been Vikings, though. I don't know. But we do get an upgrade for JJ McCarthy. I didn't really say his name right, but whatever. JJ McCarthy. I said like J Day on accident. But we have a Super Bowl media day here. We also have 4 overall on the Jags, so it's going to be catastrophic when we lose this. But this is, I don't know, just the beginning, I guess. We're hoping we can make the Super Bowl again next year, but we get 10 staff points. Huge. But let's jump in and watch this simulate against the Jags, and we will see if we can win the Vikings their first ever Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure. But here we go in the Super Bowl against the Jags. What a weird Super Bowl. Vikings-Jaguars. Who would have guessed? Oh, why is it so red? Ew. But let's sim this game out, and we will see if we can get a win. No score in the first quarter. We do kick a field goal to take the lead, and we get a touchdown to make it 10-0. Now 17-0. We are destroying them. They were in the red zone like 4 times and didn't score. We get a touchdown to make it 24 to now 8, and that is going to be the final score. We win a Super Bowl in year 3 as the Minnesota Vikings. That's crazy. Definitely not the best team I've created, but good enough to win a Super Bowl apparently, as now JJ McCarthy is a Super Bowl champion. That's crazy. But let's see if we can go back to back. We have a few re-signings here. I mean, we'll pick up the 5th year for Jordan Addison. Doesn't matter, but I guess we'll do it. Whatever. Blake Cashman was good, but he isn't interested. And then everyone else, like I said at the midseason, I think we're good letting them all go. How did Grover Stewart do? We could bring him back. 4.5 sacks, 10 TFLs. That's not bad. We'll see. We'll see if there's anyone better in free agency, because our defense definitely wasn't the strong point of our team. Harrison Smith didn't regress? How? What the hell? Okay. I mean, he's also 37, so we'll look to upgrade, but I guess we could bring him back in free agency, maybe. But speaking of free agency, let me restructure every deal on this team, and we'll see how much money we end up having. Okay, well, we have 138 mil to work with now. That's insane. It's a weird free agent class, though. Travis Etienne, that's someone I really don't see in free agency. We could maybe use him, though. I mean, Aaron Jones wasn't amazing last year and, you know, regressed a little more. Ooh, he's actually been pretty damn good. We'll We'll see. We'll think about it. I'll look through and we'll see what we want to do. It still looks like not many players are interested, though. But here is what we're going to do for the first group of free agency. This might be the biggest free agent class I've ever gone for. We are going to go for DJ Reader, L'Jarius Sneed, Joe Tooney, Darius Smith, Geno Stone, Quincy Williams, Elijah Vera Tucker, and Leonard Williams. We're losing a little bit of the realism here, but we're just gonna try to make this team ridiculous. Why not? We already got our Super Bowl. Let's just see how good we can make it. I don't know if we're gonna get all these guys. I think if we're not gonna get anyone, it might be Vera Tucker and Williams, but, you know, we're also tied for the lead for them, so we could get them. Let's just see who wants to sign, and we do get Reader, Sneed, Smith, Stone, and Elijah Vera Tucker. We didn't get Williams, and then Tooney is probably going to go to the Cardinals, but at least we got Vera Tucker. But you know what? Let me restructure all those deals, and we'll see how much more money we end up with. Just a casual 24 mil more to work with. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but we might as well do something. Let's see. Who rejected us? It was Leonard Williams. Let's just try to get Grover Stewart back. And Harrison Phillips. Sure, why not? Or Harrison Smith. I'm stupid. Wrong Harrison. So these 5 players, do they want to sign now? Oh yeah, we're also going to go for Travis Etienne. I didn't even mention that. So we'll see if they want to sign. We don't get Travis Etienne. We got Quincy Williams and Harrison Smith. Joe Tooney went to the Cardinals. That's unfortunate. Well, let's see if we can get Brandon Scherf. And Tyler Lockett. Sure. He'll be the best 4th receiver in the league by a mile. How do we have this much money? This feels weird. It feels like we just aren't running out of money. And let's also go for Joshua Williams just because we can. But these 4 players, do they want to sign? We get Scherf and Stewart. Lockett and Williams haven't signed yet, but it doesn't really matter if we get either of them. Let's see what we want to do in the draft. I don't even know. But here in the draft, we pick at 32. The Rams pick at number 1, so maybe it's not the best to go with their defensive playbook. I mean, well, we won a Super Bowl, so it couldn't be too bad. But what do we want to do at number 32? There is one player I saw that I'm hoping is still available, and he is Dalton Owens, top 5 talent. Oh, elite speed, elite agility, ran a 4.32 and a 4.28 at his pro day. Only decent Excel though, that sucks. Yeah, he looks pretty good. A awareness, A play rec, A pursuit. Only D man, but everything else looks insane. We don't have any needs, so we'll just take the best player we can find. Sure. 95 speed and 87 Excel is really weird to look at, but looks really good. I mean, we know he's good. He's a top 5 talent. I don't know if he's gonna play. We'll see. And now we're like out of stuff to do, honestly. Jason Folds. That U seems unnecessary. He actually doesn't look bad though. A play rec, A pursuit, sure. Normal dev, whatever. And let's see, ooh. Shelton Parker, what's your speed? Not horrible, but only solid speed, marginal acceleration. Well, to be fair, I don't know what I would expect it to be. That's actually fair, running a 4.5, but does have A short route, A catching traffic, A catching. We don't need a 5th receiver. I don't even know why I'm looking at receiver. Let's see, where could we use depth? Like any depth at all? Probably linebacker. We only have 2, I think. Williams and Pace. Yeah, this might be the best team I've ever built. We hardly even need depth. We also kind of need O-line depth a little bit. There are some decent looking guards actually. But let's see, let's go with none of the linebackers look all that good. Dom Kovacs looks decent. He does have poor strength though. Let's go with a guard first. I'm spending way too long on a draft that doesn't matter, but let's just make this team ridiculous, even with the depth. Let's just go with David Whitmore. He looks decent and he's a scheme fit. He does have a few elite traits, so sure. Hidden dev sounds good. And last pick, I don't remember who I was gonna take. He might be gone. I think he is. It doesn't matter. Let's go with DeAndre Allen. Sure, he has elite speed. Hidden dev, 90 speed, sounds good. But here's how we did in the draft. It was definitely interesting after the first pick. Dalton Owens is an 82 overall. He is ridiculous, but why is there no lighting on him? Who turned the lights off? Turn them back on. I can't see him. Does it look like that for every player? No, what? He has the lights on. I can see his jersey. Fucking Dalton Owens sitting in the dark for some reason. There we go. There are the lights. That was weird. But Jason Folds isn't very good. I don't know why I just threw that pick away. David Whitmore's whatever. He's a 72 and Allen's a 69. I mean, they're depth. They have dev traits. That's fine. Ooh, it picked a blocking tight end. Hidden dev, big shocker. Probably an X factor, but definitely an amazing first pick and then a couple good depth picks. And let's get into the final year of this rebuild. We'll see how the team's looking. But here's a look at the team heading into the final year here. Now up to a 90 overall, 93 offense, 88 defense. Let's check super quick where that ranks in the league. I know the 49ers were a 90 last year, but they might have regressed or like lost morale? Let's check. We might as well. Okay, yeah, they definitely did. The Eagles are actually super close. That's interesting. They're an 89, but we're still better. The Chiefs are only an 86. So us and the Eagles are kind of like far and away the two best teams. There are a few 87s like the Texans and the Packers and the Lions, of course, division rivals, but we do have the best roster in the league. But we'll see how this team does. I mean, there realistically shouldn't be a single problem with this team. There is not like a single weak point on it, but we'll have to see what happens. If someone sucks by the midseason, we have a lot of depth and we can just bench them. But y'all won't see that anyways. That'll just be something I do. Let's just get to the end of the year and we will see how we do in year 4. Oh my God, we almost missed the playoffs. We went 9-8 with a 92 overall team. What defensive playbook do we want? The Rams isn't doing it. What's even a good 3-4 playbook though? Like I always use the Bills for a 4-3, but I don't know what to use for a 3-4. The Ravens could work because we have, you know, guys like Van Ginkel who are kind of hybrid players. I don't know though. I usually go with Tampa Bay. It's another very hit or miss one. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, what went wrong stats wise? Our blocking was good at the midseason. We were only 3-3, but there wasn't really anyone to bench. But JJ McCarthy, 4,400 yards, 43 touchdowns, only 11 picks. He probably will get number 2 for MVP. That's my guess. Aaron Jones was really good. Justin Jefferson, 1,400 yards, 19 touchdowns. Baylot was really good. Ooh, our blocking ended up not being great. Only 28 sacks allowed, but of course, our 2 highest overall players were the 2 worst performing. But Quincy Williams, 112 tackles. Ooh, 14 TFLs for Smith, 12 for Turner, 11 for Armstead, but sacks, 7 for Turner, 6 for Armstead, and 4 for Zadarius Smith. Do you want to see how many he had last year? Do you want to see why I signed him? He had 19 the year before. I guess he played more like this season where he had 2. But even then, a couple years ago, he had 8.5. So unlucky, I guess. And then picks 2 for McLean, Stone, and Snead, and then 1 for a couple players. Very, very, very disappointing year. At least we made the playoffs, but that's stupid. JJ McCarthy all the way down at 7. Unlucky. Offensive player of the year goes to CeeDee Lamb. Jefferson at 5. Defensive player of the year goes to Micah Parsons. Big shocker there. You know what we haven't seen? A Chiefs-Cowboys Super Bowl. Probably this year. But offensive rookie of the year goes to Andy Smart for the Seahawks. Defensive rookie of the year goes to Jerry Borden. Those are the 2 most boring names I've ever seen. God, did the entire NFC suck? We made it at 9-8, but so did the Falcons, and the Seahawks made it at 8-9. There were also 3 9-8 teams in the AFC. That is definitely something. Simulation is so fucking weird in this game. Like, I feel like there's a severe lack of teams that truly do horribly. I guess this year's a bad example because there were actually a couple, but I've had years where the worst team is like 6-11. It's weird. And I feel like that makes every team go 9-8. I'm just rambling though. I'm just stalling because I know what's going to happen here. We have a hot opponent scenario. God, we are 6 overall better than the Cowboys. We will go be confident. Y'all know me. I'm not though, but I'll still pick it. I'll lie. It could be a good thing that we went 9-8. 9-8 teams in the playoffs normally are like Super Bowl teams for God knows what reason in this game. Let's simulate it out. Let's see what happens. And yeah, it was the Cowboys. We were only 6 overall better than them. Apparently we need to be 15 overall better. That isn't even possible. That would be a 101 overall. Unfortunate. But hey, we still got our Super Bowl win and we built a disgusting roster. 95 overall offense and an 89 defense. 92 overall. Sounds good. But this was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got a Super Bowl win. And again, if you want to see either the Bears or the Lions rebuilt next, let me know which one down below, and once we hit 800 likes, I will do one of those. We easily destroyed the last one, so, you know, it helps out the channel. I would appreciate it, and it helps me know that y'all want to see more like this. But thank you all so much for watching, and with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.